What's up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I guess there's been so much bullshit said about me that, yeah, I don't know how to dispel all of it. So, if anybody has a question about something that's been said about me, please ask me and I'll clarify it. From what I've heard so far from people, though, is that one, I've fallen or I went on another shopping spree yesterday. The coffee myth, I think that's been dispelled. I don't drink coffee. I've drunken so much coffee in my life over the decades. I used to sit in Starbucks with that guy MB, and we would have business meetings, or I'd produce music in there, in coffee shops, in different ones, not just in Starbucks, but in mom and pop coffee shops, on one of my mini laptops that I've owned throughout the decades. And I often will switch it up. Like, today I didn't have coffee because for some reason I'm getting sick again since I'm eating too much, and that offends people, certain individuals, when I eat too much. So instead of coffee, I'm having a Pepsi. I'll drink it in front of you. See, this is how much I've drunken so far. So, what is it? It's 8:19 a.m. right now. But yeah, I don't want to be prejudiced, but I know this isn't coming from a heart of prejudice. This is just coming from fact. And we're really starting to see with this Trump administration for like the third fucking time. As I said before, first with the illicit defeat of Hillary Clinton, who had almost 3 million more popular votes, seemed very suspicious. The second was when they almost overthrew the fucking Capitol with real revolution and slightly failed, nearly failed. And the third being with how they defeated Kamala. Excuse me. Yeah, me growing up around these people, spending time around these evangelicals, white liberals. I worked for the Democratic Party also. Conservatives. I was in the military. And them depicting me a lot of times as a white person, which is beyond racist, but I'll go based upon their own logic. Or as a Mexican, so since I'm detached from the black community, let me give you my non-black perspective. Just don't pay attention to the dreadlocks I've been growing for what. Anyway, but coming from the white boy, Eminem, or whoever they wanted to depict me as, Little Dicky, whatever, I'm telling you right now, based upon the 41 years that I've spent living in white communities. Now, I've lived in all parts of Pasadena, some of Altadena, California, Azusa, California. I've lived for maybe 3 to 5 months in Beverly Hills. Spent time in West Hollywood too. That was where Wu-Tang lived, where I recorded. I've lived on military bases, Keesler Air Force Base, and a Lackland Air Force Base. Keesler's in Mississippi, Lackland is in Texas. All the time that I spent living with white people, and this is coming from the white boy as they depict me, or the Mexican, let me assure you something. There is not one of them that you can trust. There is not one. If you ask my opinion, all of them are racist. And if you want proof, I'll say what I said again. Me not having relations with a white person that I could even pay for until I shot African American and Hispanic people who were trying to house me. You understand? There was no legitimate reason for me to do it. I did it really to expose some shit, but also because shit was getting real crazy and hectic, and everybody was just seeing the pounds of bullshit they were saying while I was living in Beverly Hills. So I said, okay, I'm gonna put the shoe on the other foot, and I literally shot friends of mine who tried to house me. This is how the M4 genre I created came about, because I used an M4 assault weapon that they armed me with and told me they would give me without paperwork on a military base. So I'm going to shoot some innocent people of color who tried to help me. And what happens? Them legs crack open. You get a high-rise office in Glendale, California, and you get a nice little white buddy to kick it with. And he's sitting there making jokes about black women all day, and then later telling you, oh, make sure you kill all the Asians and Mexicans and black people in this office in Glendale who are working. You know, I just want them dead, you know. So, there is not one of them you can trust. They are so untrustworthy, they will change their name or their even kind of their appearance and appear as a different race or ethnicity. So you think you're talking to a Hispanic person, a Middle Eastern person, as what I possibly encountered with an Uber driver or whatever. And not only could you be talking to a white person, but possibly a federal agent, an ICE agent, or whatever, a police officer. So you just take it from a guy who grew up around them from preschool to age 41 in their neighborhoods, liberal or conservative. I do not have one that I can contact right now on a phone who I have grown up with or had sex with even, that I had to pay for after 30, 40 years because I shot some friends of mine who were black or Hispanic. There is not one. The pictures that I show you, one of them getting at me, it's in some indirect way, and they don't give a fuck about me. There is not one white person that you can trust. Trust me. So there it is. I've said this before. It is all of them. Be careful when you deal with them and stay as far away from them as possible if you want my opinion. Anyway, signing out, y'all, repping the truth. Just telling you about my experiences in life and using people's own logic where they define me as something, beard and what am I really about, showing you the beret hat size. Cool, call me the white boy. The white boy says, do not trust white people. And there it is. Take care, y'all. Peace.